Refugees are not terrorists. They are people running from terror, destruction, and pain that rains down like a man-made hurricane. Their beautiful cities and shops have been blown apart by strong gusts of dread and harsh, fierce winds of horror. They have watched their neighbors' houses collapse, communities flattened and bodies pulled from rubble and stone that was once a home but is now a headstone covering the bones of the family deceased. Refugees are not terrorists. They are people born in a beautiful place, people of grace living among a forest of trees, sand, sun, and space, where the olive trees grow and vines of grapes, yet they make their escapes because this land has turned on them, as the sound of bombs is louder than the songs of birds, and the red pomegranates grow lush in bloody soil watered by tears. Refugees are not terrorists. They are smart girls who won't be taught, lives filled with fraught as they survive oppression and rape that has taken shape under frightful leading, and there is no pleading that will stop the pain. So they stay silent in blood-stained skirts, trying to avert the hurt that has taken residence upon their soul. Refugees are not terrorists. There are babies that suckle the breast of a starving mother. There is no nourishment there as they feed on fear and despair, bellies full of anguish and gloom as the world looms around, shaking its head with a tisk, tisk, tisk. Not knowing what to do, we do nothing. Refugees are not terrorists. They are mothers who watch their children die and fall asleep to the cries of howling babies, because what do you do when your child is sick and the hospital has been bombed to a pile of rubble, ruins beyond repair, and you think no one cares because your prayers have not been answered? Refugees are not terrorists. They are fathers helplessly watching their sons or daughters lie on the brink of death with no water to drink due to drought and blackout with lights out. They watch their baby with dry black eyes of shock, a mantra on their lips as their child slips in and out of death's grip. Refugees are not terrorists. They are sensitive boys made to fight. Shaken with fear, they must appear courageous. But their shouts are cries as they disguise their despise with beards that they are made to wear. And their poetry and art has been torn apart, and they are told what to think and what to read as the government tries to bleed out the good to leave the shell of a man, empty of heart and soul that can be controlled. So they must flee to be free, so they take to the sea because what they see and are forced to be is so much scarier than the risk of an ocean. Refugees are not terrorists. They are camps of people huddled together in tents on dirt, possessions, homes, careers lost, a holocaust of shattered lives, husbands and wives trying to survive nuclear nightmares and the impending dread of seconds into minutes, into days, with bowed heads and palms raised as they pray without sanctuary or holy place, but with bruised knees pressed to hard earth, humbled of worth, begging for peace and solace. And you, America, a nation built by immigrants, where is your empathy, sympathy, compassion? Where is your heart? Yes, you, with your handbags and church shoes, stepping on their bloody, bare feet with contemptuous judgment and fear. You, full of sin and greed. Does your heart no longer bleed for others? You, with your hateful words and narrow mind, are you not blind to humankind suffering? You, who claims to be a Christian, do you not listen to the cries of others? You, with your crucifix and bigoted politics, have been sold a mixed bag of tricks, as you don't have to be a psychotherapist to know. Refugees are not terrorists.